with them. This is Kemble Airfield in Gloucestershire, headquarters of what's generally acknowledged as the finest formation aerobatic team in the world. The Royal Air Force Red Arrows, founded in 1960. Well, that sounded like a good idea when someone suggested, wherever you are, you're fired. Anyway, what they're going to do now is two things. Later on, they're going to go for an extraordinary and breathtaking and dangerous indeed maneuver, which is the Russian roulette, as they call it, or the carousel, which is two planes going straight at one another, just a few feet above us, as they were then, very close, in fact, at a closing speed of 700 miles per hour. But right now, in the course of this display, they're going with another unique maneuver. This one is called, in fact, the wine glass roll, to go for a place in the Guinness book. It's a unique maneuver. We'll point it out when they come to it. Let's see if they can pull it off. Less than 1,000 feet up, 20 feet apart, more than 400 miles per hour. The Royal Air Force Red Arrows skyrocketing into their rollbacks. Their planes into inch-perfect position for that unrivaled wine glass roll. This is it. They're ready to roll. They'll take the command from team leader Brian Hoskins. And over they go. The pilot at the center rotating his plane a full 360 degrees. That's why the wine glass roll is a Guinness World Record. But no time for celebration, because in a moment they're going into, there it is, the Vixen break. Streaking upwards in preparation for the dramatic dive into the 500 miles per hour parasol break. Squadron leader Brian Hoskins, team leader of what we've just seen. How much risk is there in it all?
Well, we don't, if you're flying aircraft low and fast, there's always going to be some element of risk in it.
Well, we're building now to the kingpin of the activities here, which is the Russian roulette or the carousel. Who have you got doing that?
Well, this year we've got Steve Johnson. In fact, Tim Watts over here is doing the synchro pair, we call it.
Now, we know you fly, you hurtle at one another.
Yes.
Now, tell us a bit about what you're going to do so we know what to watch for.
The actual manoeuvre itself starts with a cross where we run at each other at about 320 knots, so about 360 miles an hour each, so it's a closing speed of something over 700. We approach just about head-on, and then as we come to what you might term a collision point, Steve calls a turn, and we each turn with 90 degrees of bank and turn away from each other.
So that closing speed is 360 plus 360 if you take the two, 720. Yes. How close to the two of you get?
Probably down to about 30 feet, like that.
Well, what you're going to attempt is fantastic then, because that's 30 feet at 720 miles per hour, so that's a thousandth of a second mistake is a permanent mistake.
Yes, indeed.
Well, we're going to watch closely now, and we've got a camera and a rather nervous cameraman in there with you, so good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Tim Watts and Stephen Johnson peeling apart at 360 miles an hour, destined to meet again on the other side of the circle in just a few seconds on a near collision course at 700 miles per hour. And there it is, completing the circle. And there it is again, even closer to the ground there, I think. Let's look at it in slow motion now. Official name, the carousel. There you see why the pilots call it Russian roulette. Here's the pilot's eye view of the other plane streaking towards him. And there it is again. The reason why this is such a unique maneuver. A fitting climax to a remarkable demonstration of split-second flying skills from the superlative Red Arrows. The Zug's